Listen, it's a big debate online whether or not a guy should pay on a first date, right? People are very split about this. See what I did there? Split the check. Sometimes, some people think you should split the check. Other people are like, no, guys should always pay. Here's what you should do on your next first date, all right? Look at the other person in the eye and be like, listen, I know it's sometimes considered sort of customary that the guy pays on the first date, but how about neither of us pay? Dine and Dash, what do you say? See if they match your freak for real. A couple months ago, I did a video called First Dates from Hell. Sorry for being loud. We went through some videos and some Reddit posts about people explaining their first dates from hell. And then at the end of the video, I said, what are your first dates from hell? People commented and we compiled the best ones. So these are your first dates from hell. I have a story, ... Uh-oh. You know it's gonna be good when it starts with, I have a story. My family was friends and worked for another family. My family was friends and worked for another family. Okay, so they worked for them, but they were also friends with them. They had a son my age that I didn't know that well, but my mom was always telling me I should go out with him. One day, he did ask me out on a group date, and I thought, what the hell? Oh, I thought, what the hell? The way you say that phrase makes a lot of difference. I thought, what the hell? I thought, what the hell? See? It was a bonfire/camp date. I'm from rural Utah. Everyone was meeting at his farm, and I was the first one there. While we were waiting for everyone else to arrive, he asked me if I wanted to see his horses, and I said sure. We go out to the pasture to see his horses, and he immediately starts running after the horses and trying to jump on them bareback. I was watching in shock, but I laughed when he finally got on one of their backs just to be bucked off into the dirt. I hear him say ow, and I'm still laughing, but I asked him if he's okay. He said he's not okay, and I jokingly respond, should I call 911? He says, yes, call 911, I think I broke my leg. This was my oh shit moment, and I had to have very hard call with I almost just said 9/11. I'm like, and there was a terrorist attack? What the fuck? This was my oh shit moment, and I had to have a very hard call with 911 because I was in a pasture in the middle of nowhere and had to figure out how to direct them to us. While we're waiting, he's laying there in 10 out of 10 pain, hasn't moved from the ground since being bucked off, and I'm standing about 10 feet away from him like I was scared of his broken leg or something. Finally, the ambulance arrives, along with his family and his friends. So you didn't even fucking console him? You're just standing 10 feet away? Why? You think you're gonna catch a broken leg? I don't know, I think it might be contagious. I don't want to break mine. Finally, the ambulance arrives along with his family and friends, and I have to explain to everyone what happened. While this guy is getting pumped with morphine from the pain, sick. Turns out the horse kicked his leg into my date's leg when he got bucked off, fracturing his leg in 2 places. After the ambulance takes off, I'm still there because I didn't drive. His little cousin took me home. All of this happened in 30 minutes or less, but still one of the most exciting dates I've been on. That's fucking awesome. That's the type of story where, I mean, I hope you guys got like married, because that would be such a great first date story. Also so funny that you thought he was fucking around at the beginning. Just like, yeah, nice. Yeah, no, are you okay? Come on, get up, man, get up. Yeah, oh, did you broke your leg? Okay, come on, get the fuck up, dude, get up. The funniest part of this is that you were standing 10 feet away. That's the funniest part. That's such a dick move. He's sitting there like, like going into shock, shivering, and you're just standing there like, help is coming. It's coming soon. Hang in there. Hang in there. He's listening to you just watch TikTok. Yeah, they're on their way. Ambulance is on their way. Oh man, that's so funny. Now you wouldn't have a boyfriend or anything. Just start stretching your legs. Like, oh man, I haven't stood for this long in a while. Date with a self-proclaimed rising TikTok star. Worst date ever was one New Year's Eve, a month after my first big breakup. A friends with benefit situation from before conveniently asked me to see me, so I invite him over. Big mistake. He came over and rambled about how he decided to quit college to pursue his TikTok career. He proceeded to pull up his TikTok to show me his fave videos of his, so I took my hamster out so he would stop. Big mistake. This dude decides that now would be the perfect time to film a TikTok of him inserting my hamster into his ass? What? No, I'm kidding. Doesn't say that. This dude decides that now would be a perfect time to film a TikTok of my hamster. I had to sit there and watch him scream, ooh, she thick. Like 10 plus times because he wanted the perfect shot of my hamster. Like he re-recorded this stupid TikTok so many times. Anyways, he settled down and we were about to have sex, but he had to make sure the curtains were closed properly. I live in an apartment downtown with big windows because he can't have anyone outside recognizing me while I'm having sex. I lived on the 11th floor and my window was facing a back alley. A great start to 2020 if you ask me. Dude, it's so fucking humiliating. Just, ooh, she thick. Then watching it back. Ooh, she thick. No, fucking. Ooh, she thick. Ooh, she thick. Nah. Ooh, she thick. Ooh, she thick. It's almost there. Fuck, it's almost there. Fuck, can we put it on like on the counter or something maybe? Also, fucking hilarious that he dropped out of college to pursue TikTok, and this is the caliber of video he's making. I want to see this TikTok. I mean, it sounds kind of funny, honestly, but if this is the guy's content, I probably wouldn't, bet the house on it. That's all I'm saying. Is he in the video, or is it just of the hamster? Listen, this guy might have seemed back then like he was a little bit goofy and a little bit full of himself, but, I mean, have you checked in on him now? He's probably the #1 hamster TikToker on the internet. He's making that hamster dough. The worst date story I have is my date ditched me, rightly so. How rightly so? Please continue. He asked me where I wanted to eat and I told him I was in the mood for hot dogs. What? Who has ever said that? I mean, I have, but like not to a potential date. In the mood for hot dogs? It's just regardless of the fact that they're, referred to as glizzies and they're sort of phallus shaped. I understand that. Regardless of that, it's still a bizarre food to be in the mood for, is it not? Multiple hot dogs? I'm just kind of craving hot dogs right now. It's like, what? Who serves hot dogs? Like, where do you even go to get hot dogs? Like, Five Guys? Like, maybe Wiener Schnitzel? I know that exists, but still, it's a weird thing to suggest for a first date. So already this is off to a great start. Already. By the way, I have nothing against hot dogs. I fucking love hot dogs. Love them. Have I ever said I'm in the mood for hot dogs? Have I ever said that phrase? I don't think so in my entire life. It's always like ancillary. It's like, yeah, we're making burgers, but we're also making hot dogs. It's like, oh great, yeah, I'll choke down a dog. Yeah, I'll hawk a glizzy. Sure. Why not, Am I ever in the mood for hot dogs? I don't know. I don't think so. I knew we both didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't want to get anything too expensive. He got excited and said he knew the perfect spot. Okay, so I guess both these people know where you go get hot dogs. So I guess this guy is kind of, at the moment, he's kind of matching the girl's freak a little bit, because not only is he also in the mood for hot dogs, but he knows a perfect hot dog spot, okay? That's not the local fair or baseball game, I guess. We get to the hot dog joint. Okay. I think I'm wrong here, because I know there's Pink's Hot Dogs in Hollywood. There are hot dog joints. I'm just saying people don't seek out hot dogs generally. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. I don't know. We get to the hot dog joint and they had a hot dog eating contest with a $10 entry fee. Please do not tell me you did this. I thought that was an awesome idea since we could eat as much as we want for $10. He laughed and I signed my name down and entered. The contest started and I got 4th place. When I got done, my date had left and deleted me from Facebook. I had such a good time, but it was a bummer he left. Oh, that's such a... What the fuck was that ending? I had such a good time. I just wish he didn't leave. So, okay, so... So you thought in order to eat as much as you want, you would enter the hot dog eating contest? That's not a buffet. If you enter that, you gotta fucking competitively eat. You're not just paying the fee and then you gotta eat competitively. That's tough. I mean, I'm really laughing. I know it's kind of a bizarre thing to say I'm laughing without actually laughing as you say that, but this is fucking hilarious, truly. Why did he leave? Did you just kill it that hard that he was freaked out? Guys and girls both, I don't think it's ever, considered an attractive thing to eat competitively. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, it's not a commentary on, how much you eat or anything. That's it. I'm just, eating competitively is an entirely different thing. That's just jamming shit into your mouth, taking sips of water because you're, choking off dry bread because you're trying to eat so many fucking hot dogs at once. No one looks at Joey Chestnut and is like, that's fucking hot. That guy is, I'm wet from that dude. I'm fully bricked up right now watching this guy inhale bread and meat. Fully bricked up. So I understand, leaving, I don't know, deleting from Facebook is pretty fucking harsh. That's what was he, personally insulted by how many hot dogs you ate? Maybe he was just bummed that you, got 4th because it's not even that good. At a random hot dog joint on a random day. You should probably win that if you're gonna enter, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why. Maybe he was just it wasn't impressive enough. Man, this is so funny. Listen, I think that he didn't match your freak. He didn't. I think he couldn't handle you. Honestly, I think it's fucking sick that you joined this. I think it's hilarious that you actually did it. And he should have found it funny and outgoing, honestly. And I think you're in the right here. I think this guy just couldn't handle it. I went to a nice-ish restaurant with a guy I had met online. We talked a lot and he seemed like a sweet person. I went to the washroom after we'd ordered dinner. Washroom? Canadian. That's what's up. I went to the washroom after we'd ordered dinner. When I came back, he had a derpy look on his face and asked me if I wanted an appetizer not featured on the menu. What's a derpy look? Confused, I said, sure, only to realize he had taken it out of his pants and put it on a napkin on his lap. And by it, I'm assuming she means cock. I nearly screamed, but I think I made some sort of gagging sound. He immediately zipped up, got angry, called me a fake bitch, and ran for the door. I got stuck with a $200 tab and twisted my ankle quite badly as I was reeling in horror out of the restaurant. He ended up leaving a "Hey, what's up" message on my voicemail a few days later. Fun times. Not only did you get an unwarranted look at this guy's penis at a nice-ish restaurant, you got a twisted ankle and a $200 tab as well. Listen, if I were talking to this guy, I'd be like, listen, I don't think her or anyone else in this restaurant is in the mood for hot dogs. Am I right? So keep that shit in your pants. Absolutely insane to pull your dick out at a nice restaurant. Insane. What was he expecting her to respond like? Was he expecting her to be like, haha, and then his dick is still out, so then he has to just kind of sheepishly be like, haha, but later, I guess, and then put it back in? Or what was he expecting her to do? That's so funny and hot. Let's go to the bathroom right now so I can suck it off you. Yes, that's awesome. That's so hot that we're at a nice-ish restaurant and you just pulled your wiener out and put it in a napkin. I want to suck it off so bad right now. You're at a nice-ish restaurant. Have some decency. Went on a date with a girl that had severe anxiety, which is understandable because I go through episodes of anxiety myself. The part that threw me off, she would bite her nails and take the nail chunks and put them on a napkin to the side of our dinner plates. Then when she thought I wouldn't notice, she would take the nail chunks, put them back into her mouth, and start chewing them like they were bubblegum. I lied and said I had to use the bathroom, got up, found our waiter, gave him $75. I briefly explained the situation and left out the back door. You know what? I don't know if that's I don't know if that is a get up and leave the date in the middle of it kind of situation. I don't know. It's gross, for sure. I mean, it's definitely fucking gross to be trying to eat dinner and someone's eating nail chunks. There's even the fact that you describe these as chunks makes me think they're like big portions of her nail, you know? It's not just slivers that she's biting off. It's full-ass chunks. Yeah, that would kind of gross me out a little bit. Would I deal with it for the remainder of the date just so I could save her the humiliation of being left in the middle of a date? Probably. I don't know. Never experienced that, but at least you didn't leave her with a check. What did you tell the waiter? Were you like, listen, man, she's fucking just chewing on straight up chunks out there. All right. No, they're chunks. No, they're big 3D chunks of nail. I don't even know how she's getting chunks this big, but she's chewing down on these chunks and it's making it tough for me to enjoy my clam chowder, I gotta be honest. So I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna give you 75. Then again, it's like she has severe anxiety. Maybe she can't help it. But, you know, this is kind of a messed up situation all around. I think the most messed up part is the fact that you said chunks, nail chunks, makes me want to puke right now. I don't know if her eating them is grosser than her leaving them in a napkin. A napkin filled with nail chunks just actually makes me feel fucking sick to my stomach. Nail chunks. Brought a guy back to my apartment. We were out on the balcony talking, and out of nowhere, he goes, I have to leave, and runs inside. I stay outside for a while pondering what just happened, and he comes back and informs me he shit his pants. I tell him no worries, I don't feel differently about him. He then proceeds to try and cuddle me in bed. I tell him he should probably go home. Anyways, a couple days later, he reveals to me he's a secret rapper, and he will never tell me his rap name. That gave me the ick more than him shitting his pants. Wait, what? Okay, this is a multi-layered story. I'm a little confused. So did he shit his pants, go to the bathroom, clean himself up, and then come back and tell you and then try to cuddle you? Because, you know, if he was really trying to do that and he just shit his pants, I feel like he'd probably think like, I should clarify to this girl that I don't currently have shit in my pants right now. You know, there's no chunks. There's no turd chunks in my pants right now. Because that's what she's gonna think, right? Like, why would you try to cuddle someone after just telling them that you shit your pants without being like, but it's all good. Like, I'm totally clean. I threw the boxers out the window. There's no fecal matter on me at all right now. We're in the clear to cuddle. You're not gonna get pink eye. I do think that this last part is very funny though, because it is fucking hilarious to rap secretly, but then tell people that you do that. It's like clearly you want the attention, but maybe you're just self-conscious, so you don't want people to actually find the music. If you were a real secret rapper, you would not tell anyone, right? You would just rap in secret. If you were a real secret rapper, I'm sure there are real secret rappers out there. But to be like, yeah, I'm a secret rapper, but it's a secret, so I'm not telling you, is like fucking crazy because you just told them. I think his rap name is probably Turd Chunk. What if he started eating the turd chunks in his pants? What do you think about that? That's a nice thought, isn't it? Sorry, I know you're probably eating lunch right now, so sorry about that. Hopefully it's not meatballs or, hopefully it's not perhaps a salad with some walnuts on it, perhaps. Walnuts, or as I like to call them, nature's turd chunks. I have to leave is such a funny, it's such a funny thing to say. I have to leave, and then just dipping. It's like, what the fuck? That is like the most, there's no like more I just shit my pants thing to say than I have to leave. It's such like a gut react. Like, I got to leave. I have to remove myself from this situation right now. I literally, okay, I'm a little bit ashamed to admit this, but this did happen to me pretty recently, like as in like 2.5 weeks ago, I think, or something. I didn't say I have to leave, but I definitely thought it. And I was standing in the living room. This was in the morning. I had just right after a couple coffees. All right. And I was standing there. I think Kelsey might have been on the couch or something. She might have been watching TV. And I was sort of engaged in a open conversation, loose conversation in the living room. We were both kind of like talking at each other or whatever. And then all of a sudden I thought I had to fart, and it turned out a little bit more than that. And I just stopped talking and turned around and just beeline to the bathroom. Like, it was such a I have to leave type moment. This is like, you're just fight or flight right away. You shit your pants and your brain just immediately is like, we're dying, get out of here. And I just bathroom lock, clean myself up, threw the boxers out, and then I told her about it later in the day. I was like, I got something I gotta tell you. A, I'm a secret rapper. B, I shit my pants this morning. Worst date, I matched with this cute girl and was excited to meet her. I knew she had a boyfriend, but assured me they dated separately, so no worries. I see, it's like a fucking polyamorous type thing. Okay. Day of the date, she said her boyfriend was gonna drop her off and her friend might be there for a minute. Cue the most awkward hour of my life with boyfriend and friend at my date. To top it off, their puppy, which they brought with them, backed into his leg and had explosive diarrhea all over his pants, which he never acknowledged and just kept right on talking about some video game he was playing. I pleaded work early the next morning and got out of there. I'm really liking this theme of shit-related things happening on first dates. It's really perfect for a lunchtime video, isn't it? Especially dog diarrhea. That's a special kind of gross. That's the craziest part about this. It is fucking crazy that she brought her boyfriend and friend to the date, but I feel like that's kind of, okay, bring your boyfriend to a date. It's fucking absurd. But I don't know how polyamory works. Not sure if that happens normally or not sure. The craziest part to me is the fact that this dude had dog diarrhea on his leg and never acknowledged it. Like, you think you'd give it a little bit like sorry, he's been feeling sick lately. That's a bummer that I got on my pants. Just to keep talking, like he's like, yeah, I love playing fucking Assassin's Creed, and the dog's like, the dog's just down there, like explosively, like he's just spraying on this guy's jeans, and he's like, it's the best game. Trust me, the graphics are, it's so immersive. So immersive, truly. That's fucking crazy to me. To have your dog paint your shin mid-conversation and just to keep trucking is, commendable almost. It's funny to think about this girl, texting her the next day and being like, I thought the date was good. Like, why'd you leave so suddenly? And her being like, you brought your boyfriend to the date, which, whatever. I don't know your guys' situation, so I guess it was fine to get to know both of you, but, your dog projectile shit on his leg and he didn't even acknowledge it. Did he not smell it? We all smelled it. It's the only thing I could smell. Did he not notice it? If so, I'm worried that he has a brain tumor or something. Worst date, one of the worst/wildest to me, was when I was 19, my second semester of college. A guy picked me up to go out on a date and proceeded to take me to his house under the guise he forgot something. Uh-oh, that's not good. When we get to his house, he asked me to come inside. I hesitated but proceeded to just trust it was just him being nice. We get inside, he proceeds to go to his basement. Why my dumbass followed, I don't know. I got weird vibes but went anyway. Jeez Louise. His friend Rumi is down there with a whiteboard and marker drawing something. He tells me, oh good, you're here. here, and then proceeds to motion for me to sit on the couch. I do, still thinking what the fuck. My date and him go on his whole sales campaign speech about me buying $200 worth of energy drinks that I can later sell for more money. Full on MLM shit. I look around and notice there's just boxes upon boxes of these drinks. I tell them, how am I, one, gonna get $200 at 19 in college, and two, why the fuck am I even down here? They tell me to ask my parents for the money. Yeah, sure, let me just call my mom and ask for $200 to spend on energy drinks. After the third no, they finally relented, and my date and I go upstairs. He tells me there really wasn't any date and that he will drive me home. I'm like, yeah, kind of figured after that whole show. Thankfully, I got to my dorm safe, but I still think about that story anytime I see energy drinks or hear the name Edwin. I mean, come on, with a name like Edwin, you should have expected to get pitched something, you know? He also did not look like his dating profile pic. I was dumb. Not a good decision to follow this dude into his house and into the basement, surely. But, you know, that aside, the guy's got hustle. He's got hustle. What can I say? He's got hustle. He's probably got what it takes. So fucking crazy to be like with your business partner being like, how the fuck are we gonna flip these energy drinks, dude? I've tapped every email listserv I'm a part of, every group in college I'm a part of, and the other dude's swiping Tinder and he's like, wait a minute, I have an idea. You'd think you'd take her out afterwards, you know? Like, even when you get pitched a timeshare, it's like you do get something. It's like they're always like, yeah, you'll get a trip to Mexico. You just gotta listen to our pitch. Right? That's what you should have done. Be like, listen, we'll go to Chili's after this, okay? Just hear us out for 30 minutes max, and then I'll take you to Chili's. Or we'll split one of these energy drinks and we'll sit outside on the balcony. How's that? Huh? One time, I went on a date with a guy I met at a club that seemed super cool at the club, but he was wearing plaid PJ pants. I didn't think much of it and went ahead and gave him my phone number. A week or so later, we decided to hang out. He picked me up and took me to his house. He asked me if I was hungry, and I said I was a little, and he leads me to the kitchen and handed me zebra cakes. He then asked if I wanted a smoothie. I said, I don't know, and he said he will make it anyway. He pulls out frozen strawberries and 2% milk and got to work. He then said he wanted to change real quick and left, then came back in a wife beater, tank top, and plaid PJ pants. I asked if he liked PJ pants, and he said, oh my god, they are my fave. He then took me to his room and showed me his collection of plaid PJ pants. He had a whole part of his closet dedicated to them. He then showed me pics of him mowing the lawn in plaid PJ pants, and that turned into him showing me his thirst trap videos. He's like, listen, these things are super versatile. I mean, look at this. I'm caring for my lawn in these same pants that I just was making you a smoothie in. Like, you really can do it all in these things. Everyone thinks that you can just go to bed in these things, but you really can live is what you can do. He said all of his buddies think he should become a thirst trap TikToker, but he was up in the air about it. Have you considered hamster TikToking? That could be up your alley. He asked if I thought it was hot, and I laughed and said sure. We turned on a movie, then he pulled my face close and rubbed his noses with me and got close to my lips, but didn't kiss them for like 3 minutes and wouldn't let me pull away. He then took his shirt off and asked if I've ever grinded on abs as nice as his before. I nervously laughed, and he took my hand and made me feel them. He then asked if I watched Teen Wolf. I said, oh yeah, some of it, and he asked if I thought he'd be a werewolf or vampire. And I said, I don't know, werewolf? And he said, oh shoot, really? Because if I was a vampire god, I'd want to suck your blood. I immediately texted my roommate and told her to call me and pretend she was having a panic attack, needed me to come home, and he took me home. I blocked him on everything after. Yeah, dude sounds pretty bizarre, I would say. I mean, I just wouldn't trust anyone that wears PJ pants all the time, especially to the fucking club. I just would not trust that person. So fucking crazy to be like, yeah, all my boys say I'm like insanely sexy. They say I should be like a sexy TikToker, but I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about it. What do you think? Do you think I should do thirst trap TikToks? All my boys say I'm made for it, but I just don't know. Just sort of mulling it over at this point. What do you think? Really, your boys are telling you? Dude, you should thirst trap TikTok, bro. No, for real, man. You are fucking hot as shit, dude. The way you wear... You rock PJ pants like nobody I've ever met, bro. We especially love them when you come out to the club with us and you're wearing them. That's the dopest part, is that everyone's looking at us like we're just cool as a crew because you're in PJ pants. It's fucking awesome. It's like, this dude about to go to bed in the middle of the club? What? You know? It's fucking sick. It keeps the people guessing. And, by the way, dude, I know I already said this, but you are fucking hot, bro. Like, you're the hottest one out of all of us by far. You're the hottest one in the squad. Do horny TikToks. Seriously. Not for me, but like for ladies, for sure. I don't like him. I don't like that guy. My worst day was with a coworker. We both worked reception together, sat at a desk, just us two for 8 hours a day. He asked me out, but he didn't have his license, so I picked him up. It was winter in Montana, minus 10 degrees, and he comes out wearing skin-tight khakis and sandals in snow. I ask where we're going, to which he says, you choose. I drove us to a Thai restaurant. He then made it super serious / awkward the entire time. We ate by only talking about his childhood trauma. I was done eating and the waitress came over to ask if we wanted boxes, to which he replied, I'm going to finish the whole thing. He made me watch him eat for like 20 more minutes when I was already done, and the waitress awkwardly asked if he wanted a box 2 more times, to which he reiterated again that he was going to finish the entire meal, curry. After 20 minutes, he finally admitted he couldn't finish it, asked for a box, and the waitress dropped off the check, which he let sit at the end of the table. After 5 minutes of him ignoring it, I picked it up. He then pulled out his wallet from his fanny pack and offered a gift card from the place that we worked, saying, you think they'll take this as a joke? I did not think it was funny at all, and I paid. Driving him back, I didn't want to talk, so I turned the music up. He had the audacity to turn down the music and ask me, so what song do you think describes how you felt about our date? He hit me with a handshake when I dropped him off and tried to ask me on a second date, to which I obviously said no. Not as bad as some of these, but still. This one is fucking hilarious because of how determined the guy was to finish the meal. It's so funny. I'm gonna finish it! Like, that feels like a Tim Robinson sketch, does it not? Don't touch it! Do not lay a box down on this table. I'm going to finish it! Just suffering through this curry that's like way too spicy. He's probably just sweating. Just chugging water, just powering through, just so full, so sweaty, so mouth on fire, just trying to finish this. I'm gonna finish it! Get the box away from me! Just drool, fucking spitting everywhere. Oh fuck, fine, I can't do it. I'm a failure. Like, if a waitress offers you a box, I don't think it's a challenge. I don't think she's challenging you to finish the meal on the spot. I see what you're implying. You think I can't finish this, do you? Okay. Oh no, we'll see who's right in about 30 minutes. Crazy that you said no to a second date, and then what, you just have to work with him for 8 hours a day? I guess that's why you don't date coworkers. I went on a date with this girl from my high school, and for some reason we decided that we were gonna go to a trampoline park. Everything was fine at first, but eventually the park turned into teen night mode where it's darker and has a lot of LED lights and more explicit music. While they were making the transition, all the lights went out for a second. When they turned back on, her leg was completely broken and they needed to call an ambulance for her. After that, I texted her, but she never answered, and when she finally came back to school, she kept ignoring me and kind of made the whole thing seem like it was my fault. She got all her friends to hate me and a couple other random people. I mean, were you the one that suggested the trampoline park? Because then it kind of was your fault. Like, this feels kind of suspicious. The fact that he said, for some reason, we decided that we were going to go to a trampoline park. I don't know how it happened. For some reason, we just ended up there. I think that you wanted to go to a trampoline park and you might have convinced her to go. She probably was like, nah, I don't want to break my leg or anything. He's like, come on, it's safe. They're not going to like turn the lights off in the middle of the thing. You're always going to be able to see where you are, you know? Nah, come on, it's harmless. It's a fucking trampoline. What's going to happen? Come on, let's go play some fucking slam ball. And then they do turn off the lights and she breaks her leg and you're like, I don't know how we ended up there. I don't know. I think it was her idea, actually. I mean, I don't know. Neither of us really said we should go there. We just kind of ended up there. We just kind of like, kind of went with where the wind took us, and we just ended up at this trampoline park. Fucking crazy. I mean, listen, this was an accident. It was messed up for her to get people at school to hate you. Messed up. All right, folks, that's it. I would keep going, but I have a hankering for some hot dogs right now, so I'm gonna go eat as many as I can. Let me know if you want to see more of these, by the way, by hitting the like button for me and leaving a comment with your worst date first story, so you can be featured next time. Thank you. Goodbye. That's so funny.
Second grade, now you wouldn't have a boyfriend or anything. No. Oh, you know
Just start stretching your legs. Oh man, I haven't stood for this long in a while.
Play something these souls are like. Try whips, I know they like. Twister, you told her right. Make you a celebrity overnight. Give you ice like Kobe, right? We sorta like Kobe, right? The way we mold them right. Make you a celebrity